Okay, I'm going to show you how to make a custom shelf that looks like this. And it looks different from every angle. You can see it puts a shadow on the wall. There you can only see the front letters. It's pretty cool. So you can do whatever you want for letters in the middle, maybe a child's name, and hang it in their bedroom with some hooks maybe for coats or something, or whatever you want to do. This is in our dining room. Anyway, I'll show you the materials that you will need for this. We'll start over here. I have this wood that I bought at Home Depot, and it was a 10-foot board when I bought it, and I cut it down to 4 feet a piece. I have 6 of them, so I bought 3 boards, and they were $11 a piece. And then the letters are, these are the first ones. They're thicker, so that's going to start like where the B is there would be the thick letter. And those are the ones I bought at Walmart. And I love those, but they stopped selling them. So I had to go to Hobby Lobby to find these. And they weren't as thick. As you can see, they're a lot thinner than those. So I hope they will work, but those are the ones. And they're a lot bigger too. So this shelf is going to be a lot bigger. So I also bought this black paint. I did black because it goes with everything. It was $2.99 at Hobby Lobby. And then I bought these paint brushes. And it took a lot of time, obviously, to paint all of the letters and the shelves. I used this tiny brush here. So there's my already painted. I didn't think you would want to watch me paint all of this. So obviously it took a lot of time to paint all of that with this. You might want to buy a roller and do it that way. But first thing I did was get sandpaper like this. It's just a plain sheet. And the board comes, when you cut it, you'll have some rough edges like that. So I use this to sand that all off, and then after that I went over it with a block sander like this to smooth it all out before I painted everything. And that's all the preparation you should need. I also have this wood glue here I use for in between. So now that that's all done, I'll show you how to put it all together, and hopefully this does not take too long. I already lined up all of the letters, one in front. I started with the letter in the front, and then back, front, back. And I made a space because mine says Swap Force, for Skylanders Swap Force. You can probably see the side of my head says Swap because my son says Force. And Skylanders Swap Force is coming out in less than 2 weeks, so that's why we're doing this. We're going to put all of our Skylanders on here, and then when we're done, there's going to be another level that's empty, no letters, then another level that says Giants, and then another empty level, and on the top it's going to say Skylanders. So it's going to be huge. This is 4 feet wide, and it's going to be 44 inches tall. So it's going to be a giant. So I laid out all my letters, and I overlapped them all by a little bit. You can see here about maybe an inch or inch and a half overlapping each one of them. Just lay them out like that. And then I used a pencil to draw a line on each side to know where to put the glue. I already have the A here, so I wanted to test it, and you can see, you guys see from the back, but there's glue down there, which is fine. You can wipe it off if you want, but I didn't. I'm just going to paint back over it after. So now I'm going to move these out of the way and take my wood glue, and you'll see this stands up very easily. The P might be a little more difficult because it's only one area to stand. It's not as balanced. The A stood up very quickly. So hopefully this goes okay. It drips, but that's okay. Might have to hold it for a minute. Yeah, this one's going to be a little bit more difficult. I don't know if this one's going to want to stay without weight on it. And you can take, oh, there's glue stuck to my fingers. You take this, put it on top. That might help you want it to stay in place. Maybe this isn't the best one for it. Maybe the R. Not that either. Okay, P was not the best letter to start with. I might have to come back to P at the end. Works the best once you have all the ones that will balance to do the ones that won't. So once you have the other board on top of it, and then they kind of hold each other up. So it will go like this. And then it would easily be able to balance in there. So we're going to start with S. Then, well, actually I'm going to do the ones in the back. I'll do the W. And I think that should stand up pretty well on its own. I use quite a bit of glue. Like I said, it doesn't matter because I paint back over it. And I don't think it really matters if they're perfect because, like I said, at all different angles it looks a little bit different. This might prove to be more of a task than I planned on, sort of staying up on its own. See, the letters from Walmart worked a lot better because they were thicker and they stood up on their own. None of these will stand up on their own. I'm just counting on the glue to hold them up. I'm going to put this here for a minute to hold it. Then I'm going to grab this other board here. These are the boards I have for on top. Once I put the big long board there, these are going to go on each end to separate from the next section. And these I did 4 inches so that we have space to put our Skylanders above there, because they're quite big and I want to be able to put Skylanders that are still in their box on there. So that's why we did that big. But I think I'm going to use this to try and hold up the letter P. The W's staying with that can. I might have to leave and go grab a few props along the way to help hold things up. And the glue gets a little more sticky as you wait, so maybe the P will stay up a little better. Let's see if this board will help. Scoot it back. that's working. I don't know if I'll be able to do this all in one video because I might need to let these dry before I can put up the next section. It's already wanting to fall over. Move it outward a little more. Okay, let's hope that stays. Now we'll move on to the letter S. See, the more weight that's on it, the better it is. There we go. Red Bull helping us out. Alright, now we'll do the letter S. Since this one's thicker, I need a lot more glue here. Looks like it's thicker than that actual board is, over an inch. Well, like I said, we'll be painting over everything again in the end. The glue, that is. I got a lot of glue there. That one stood up really easily because it's very thick. If you want, you can wipe off excess glue, but this glue does dry very fast. This glue up here in front of the A is already dry. So, that looks good. So we have the first word done already. That went very quickly. And now we want to move on to the next word. I might have to go collect a few things to stand things up, so be patient. I will be right back. I grabbed glasses. So I'm going to start with the letter, I don't think I want to do F because that's another hard one to stand up, and so is O. So we will go with R's good. Okay, we have 3 hard letters on this one, so we'll do the first 2, which is E in the front here. Glasses in the way, so you can't see. See, I just put a line of glue there. So you can see they're painted on the front, but you're getting the back view. I will turn it around when it's all done. Hold it there for a minute. See, it stood right up on its own. Dripping a lot in the front. I put a lot of glue on this, so I have, well, it was stood up. Now there's glue all over it. That's okay. Wipes right off. I have a wet paper towel here. Doesn't dry instantly. Maybe a hot glue gun would work better than this. I'm using wood glue, which I think holds better in the long run. It's all good once you get that top piece on there. I am wiping this off the front because it dripped a lot, and I don't really want to glue my shelf to my table. I'm going to put this cup here for just in case, but I think it is good. Now I'm going to do the R. I have everything marked off with my pencil already, which is why I'm not having to measure anything. And I did use some, this right here, this spray adhesive earlier to try it out and line up my letters, which is why that looks like that. You can just spray some spray adhesive on the bottom and they kind of stick a little bit. Kind of see where you want to place stuff. This is still a little sticky actually. You can just leave it there. So that works also. Wipe off the drips. So it's good to have paper towel on hand. Mine is wet. Alright, I'm going to save the F. Ooh, this is going to be difficult. I might have to put the top on as I'm putting these on, but I will try. We'll try with the C here. Probably gonna have a lot of extra glue here for this one. So it is a rounded letter. I like the squared letters, but I guess Walmart decided to stop selling them, so I'm stuck with these rounded ones, and that is not the best thing when you're trying to support a shelf with letters. We'll stand that there. Yeah, that's not working out the best. Take this pencil, place it underneath. The main thing was just getting glue under all of these before you put the top on. I know the O is not going to stand. Neither is the F. Need something to hold that up. Maybe a Skylander. We'll try it. Actually, how tall is this? That is way too tall. More glasses here. There we go. Still sticky. Okay. Here is the O. This This one is going to be very difficult, and so is the F. Balancing at least. Got a lot of glasses here, standing up letters. Well, that's a bigger one, so we need more glue there. Let's hope this stands up easily. I'm excited because this is going to look really cool when it's done. Oh, good. The F is bigger, so that is actually standing up on its own. I don't need to balance that one on anything. Thank goodness for that. Now, step 2 is the hard part. We have to get glue on top of all of these letters and then get the board on top of it. And you don't have to paint the tops or the bottoms of the letters. I did, just forgetting. I get carried away when painting. But most of them are blank. I don't know if I want to try this top shelf yet, 'cause I think these might need a little bit more time to dry. But I want to get this video done, so I'm going to go for it. Glue on that, it looks like it's drying quickly. Okay. Glue, load up the tops with a lot of glue. I'm going to need to be able to move these things off of the top of here in order to coat them with glue. The ones that are just balancing are really difficult. Our C is leaning. Balancing on a glass and a pencil. Alright, let's see if our P is going to be okay if we take this off of it. Please stay. Ta-da! See, it does not take very long. It does not take very long for the glue to dry, but then when you knock it over, that's no good. Get these done before I put the P back up. I'm going to put, please stay. This P is proving to be difficult. I might just have to hold it while I put the thing up. And then it's going to take a lot of readjusting after I get the top on. Okay, got that. And these boards are kind of heavy, so I can't really hold things while I place the board. Okay, time to place the board on top. We'll just stand that up after. We have the other board here. Here we go. Let's pray everything stands, and you have to make sure it's all lined up and Since the E is flat, we'll line it up with that. Ta-da! Now you just have to adjust everything. Like T. Which takes lifting and replacing multiple times. Got the P in there, perfect. This is when you get everything lined up. Get the W shoved in there. Come on. Apparently the W came from the store a little bit taller than the P. The P is not wanting to stay. Pull the S outward a little bit. We're just going to have to work on that P later. F lined up. Helps to have weight to get things to stay in place. Got the O. See. Now we don't need the glasses anymore to hold anything up. So I'm going to move those out of the way. I'm going to turn it around. Show you exactly what it looks like. And then I'm going to make another video when I have the other two shelves done and I hook everything together. It's going to be completely awesome. I can't wait. We're going to put all of our Skylanders on it, so that's really cool. It's just taking a minute to move everything out of the way, and as things dry, you can adjust and fill space in. And they just are awesome when they're done. Hopefully this helps. See, there's a lot of glue dripping down right here, which is totally fine. Wipe it as you go. I have glue all over my hands. Table's all wet. It doesn't matter. So I think I glued it to the table a little bit here. That's okay too. Turn it around. Oh, it's a little unsteady. I don't know if I should be moving it yet, but I will. I think a little bit of the problem is this bottom board is a little uneven, which can kind of really mess things up. But that's luck of the draw, I guess. I bought an uneven board. Well, everything's wobbling as I turn it around. I'll do a lot of readjusting after the video as things dry, but you can see there it says Swap Force. So look back for our next video. October 13th, Skylanders Swap Force comes out. And I'm going to decorate here. There won't be this glue. It's going to be all nice looking when it's all done. I'm going to make another video to show you, but it's going to be for these guys here. There's Fright Rider. We got tons of Skylanders to decorate with. That's why we need a lot of shelves. We've got 2 more boxes of Swap Force characters coming. Here's all our little guys. We got Hot Dog here, T-Rex, Eyebrow. That's Pumpkin Eyebrow. Here's the bad guy, Chaos. He can go right here in the middle. You can put him wherever you want. You can put him in here. You can put them in front of letters. When it's all dry, you can hang them from letters. However you want to do it. And we'll show more later as things all done. Really excited because it's going to be really cool. Oh, one more thing I'll show you before I end the video. We're going to take these boards here, these 4-inch, and they're not sanded down or anything, so I don't know how well it will work, but we're going to put them on the ends here. See if I can get it to balance. Hopefully I don't knock everything down. One there, and one there. This might actually help with weight. This is all going to be painted before I actually put it together. Gotta be careful. Please don't knock everything down. Ta-da. Okay. So the bottom says Swap Force, and there's this middle shelf to put your Skylanders or whatever else you want. And then there's going to be another section just like this bottom one on top of that that's going to say Giants. And then there's going to be another middle section like this above that. And then above all of that is going to be another section like this bottom one that is going to say Skylanders. So 3 sections of letters and a section like this in between. And we're just going to have this thing flooded with Skylanders all